Alright, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. It has been a while since my last video, my tier list. Please check it out if you haven't. I addressed some allegations at the start of the video that I would really like to be spread. So please go hear my side on that. Um, Anyways, we just won February finals. Spoilers if you haven't heard. This is not the grand finals. This is against Team IT. Their new roster. So Phil Yumus has actually been banned again. He stated he did not know why he got banned. But they have replaced him with Celestial. If you didn't know, Phil Yumus has kind of role swapped off tank and he was playing jungle and attacker a lot for Team IT. So now they have Celestial instead. They have Pikatif on tank. And this Team YT roster was put together last second, but I think they performed pretty well. And I was impressed. So this was our match against them in the winners semifinals. Um, and then we went on to face OJ twice in a row, which I will cover in my next videos, releasing in the next couple of days. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, let's get into it. So we banned Slowbro Umbreon the whole tournament. There's nothing like really secret behind it. They're just annoying. Um, and if you're like really flexible in draft, which we feel really flexible in draft, this meta, then you're just gonna want to ban the annoying Pokemon. Uh, a Leafeon ban by Team IT was surprising. We do play Leafeon a lot, don't get me wrong, and Trainer's known as one of the best Leafeons in the world, but we have not played it recently in scrims at all, so we were not expecting them to ban Leafeon, but Team IT historically has hated Pokemon like Leafeon, Gyarados, etc. So it does make sense. But we have finally pulled out the Zoroark Comfy. Overlord's been hard practicing this. We've been hard practicing Comfy. We actually tried to make it work in December for people that have been following our run this year in tournaments. But we did fall short and got second. Since then, we've kind of had the Comfy behind closed doors. We've been working on it. And we finally felt like we were ready to play it on the tournament stage now. We were trying it with Trainer before, but we decided Overlord Zoroark is just the better move. Trainer just historically has never played well with the Comfy. And Overlord's kind of a player who's really good at playing with supports. So, Trainer's kind of like the player that makes really good plays solo without much support, which is really good on our team since Overlord takes a lot of resources. But um, I get that cheeky steal 1v2. Just gotta point that out. Again, I think I said this in my past analysis video. Oh, yeah, I barely lived there. Holy shit, I forgot about that. I said this in my past analysis video, but how you see who's winning lane is you just look at the points. Every farm is 5 points. There is 8 points going to lane on the APOMs, but besides that, every farm is going to be 5 points. So that's how you tell who got farm immediately, is you pay attention to their points beforehand. Kyriaos does go down, and I'm left in a 1v2 situation, and I actually live. So let's get a replay on that. So the mid farm spawned, they hard fought. Kyriaos contested their bottom right and got the farm. I was 1 HP, so I had to get a berry and come back. They do kill him for getting the bottom right farm, and now I'm left 1v2. I'm not running focus band, by the way, so it's very scary. But I do get the kill. Now I can die very easily, so I have to dodge, and I do dodge the Miraidon. I could have maybe stopped his score in time, but I was worried if I stopped his score, I would actually die. Because, huge fight here. They unfortunately, yeah, I think they lose this 3v3, unfortunately, and they all die. So, really well played by Team YT in the top side. We do win bot, though, so at least we're winning on one side of the map. Look at Otter, this is 1 HP. Look at the Buzzle. He actually gets Otter to 1 HP. Otter is living on a prayer. Now, the reason we lane the Zoro in the lane at the start, it is a little suboptimal, but it's because Urshifu is so strong in the meta, and we still want to pick Urshifu, even if we're playing Zoroark. So what we do is we let the Zoro just get stacks at the start, and so the Zoro isn't meant to carry the early game, and he will get the jungle after, and the bear can easily lane after. And we do go in their bottom right L, and me and Kyriaos both die, so really bad early game so far. Not a great early game at all. Fortunately, Trainer does live there. That was huge that he lived there. I think Buzzle probably could have killed him if you didn't mess up. We get Focus Ban on Crustle, which is huge. That is 90-second timer, I believe. But regardless, he will not have it for Reggie, which makes the defender a lot less tanky. And now because we're so behind early game, we are gonna run top. Huge fight there. The level 6 intel water gun still did a fuck ton of damage. Overlord combos off the farm and onto the enemy team and kills them. And now we are gonna get a fuck ton of stacks. We are gonna get so many stacks here. We are gonna be 6 stacked on both carries, and that is definitely worth the bottom objective. So going top there really paid dividends. They kept 2 bot, and I was 1v2 versus them. I didn't die, they didn't score, and we are in a good spot. I almost killed a Crustle 1v1, but unfortunately I don't. But because they went for me, we get the objective. So I do think this was a hard misplay on Team YT's part. So they just need to let this Crustle die, because look, they let Trainer walk right past me, and we get the objective because they kill me. So they just need to accept that I was gonna kill their Crustle and stop us from going to the objective, or just finish the objective. Because they're the ones that ripped it down, and then suddenly they're trying to turn on me. Like, this is not allowed. Like, I'm supposed to be able to kill the Crustle, and they shouldn't bother me, otherwise they will lose the objective. Just let me 1v1 their defender in peace. Huge fight by Trainer. He's playing this really well. We even break the shield, and the Mimikyu eventually dies. Kyriaos does flash for it, just to ensure. It's not bad at all, because we're short on time. Now the goal is to get the Red Bear ult back, because he did use it. So Red Bear's gonna go farm mid Bs. This is a timer that you guys can look for. So mid Bs spawn a minute 30 seconds after they die. But in competitive, that usually means they'll spawn around like 6:15. Overlord's fighting 1v2 or 2v2 top, I guess. But the Mimikyu was trying to shadow sneak, so technically a 2v3. Buzzle does die, and that should give us a free objective they shouldn't be able to contest. So now it's up to us whether we want to push their tier 2, whether we think it's too hard and we go somewhere else. And yeah, so I'm already set up to push tier 2. The Mimikyu Shadow Sneak does find me, so I have to go out, but now I'm going to sneak back in the bush after that Mimikyu Shadow Sneak. And we are setting up here for a tier 2 push. We haven't fully committed yet, though, so we'll see what happens. They do have Miraidon ult. They have a lot of ults, so Kyriaos does get hit by the Miraidon ult, unfortunately. I'm still alive, though, and we push it in. So I want to point out what I did that fight, because it's pretty funny. So I get the Mimikyu with my Earthquake. The Mimikyu play roughs the Reggie. I had to flash out because I'm 1 HP from the Miraidon ult and the Miraidon abilities. And then normally most people back here, but I decide fuck it, I don't care if I die. And I Earthquake in 1 HP. And look, do you see my Earthquake indicator? It's like it's the circle right here. And I actually hit the Mimikyu, which is huge, because Mimikyu's play rough, so he would live, and he's not going to get perma CC'd by Overlord. And so this CC on Mimikyu, it allows us to kill, and then I stun him into the Miraidon. So the Miraidon gets stunned on top of them. Overlord Zorik ults them while they're getting perma CC'd here, and we push it in. So I do think it's my combos that allowed us to push that in, even on 1 HP. I think in pushes like these, whether defending or offense, it's really important to target the enemy tank first. Like, if the enemy tank goes down, like, as 1 HP, if they target me a little more, it'd be impossible to make pushes like that, honestly. The stuns are just so insanely good for defending and offensive pushes as well. Here, we try to break the bot tier 1, but they did show up already. Comfy in a little bit of trouble. The Mimikyu actually tried to ult him there, and the Mimikyu ult gets cancelled. But he does get it back in 10 seconds. So I like pointing out those small interactions that the casters kind of miss or don't feel like they need to point out. Right now we're missing a lot of ults. So I did try to get vision, but the Crustle did. So I'll just point out here what was happening. We're giving the objective just because we pushed in their top tier 2. If you look at the ult difference, we have 1 ult, they have 3 ults. So even as the world champions, we're not going to win this fight. And so I'm in the bush trying to get vision, and potentially I can maybe steal. And if no one walks up to me, I can just stay here the whole time. However, the Crustle does walk up to me, so really well played on the Crustle part, because now I'm zoned out. I do not want to walk in because the Crustle would just be behind me and I would die. It's just a Regice though, so it really does not matter. I didn't know they had. I haven't watched the official stream. Like, I haven't paid that much attention to it in a while, so I didn't know they added these like Reggie counters on the bottom, which is actually pretty nice. So now we do have more ults than them, so taking a fight would be fine. However, the top objective is spawning, so we want to make sure they don't get that. If we fight them in middle right now, they could potentially just run top and ignore whatever player's dying in the middle, which is why we give. And we just decide here, hey, they're not defending. We might as well just get scores bot. So we score 75 bot and give the win con. This win con does not give us much because it's 345. It's kind of hard to hold. If we fight right now, we risk dying, which will give them a lot of experience back. Right now, their experience is not good if we just don't give them kills. So that's why we've just been avoiding them for the last couple minutes, increasing our score lead. Now they're trying for a push bot while the Reggie is pushing in. Very standard stuff. I do. So I had flash here. So look at me here. I have flash, so that will extend my earthquake range. So I was trying to stop the Mimikyu score here, but the Psyduck gets his unstoppable like pushback at the worst time, because it makes me land early on earthquake and I can't flash. So that was so unlucky. I would have stopped this Mimikyu score. And now because of that knockback, the Buzzwole combos me as well. Fortunately, they don't have many points, so it doesn't matter that much. But they would have scored no points there if we didn't get unlucky with the Psyduck combo. Now they probably don't want to unite at 240, so we will easily win the team fight. If they don't use unite moves, which you see there, our comp is definitely a lot stronger if there are no unite moves in the game. A lot of their Pokemon heavily rely on their unite moves like Miraidon and Crustle to win team fights. And now we're just gonna rip this one. They don't have the best flip comp, so if they had like a Dragonite like Blastoise or Shifu, you would not see us making this play. I do get caught out in mid, so I did misplay this. The Crustle walls me, the Mimikyu Shadow Sneaks me. What you didn't see before. Basically, they just Crustle Wall slowed me, guaranteed Mimikyu Shadow Sneak me, and they play roughed me, Shadow Sneak, and then I would have lived here because I can ult here. But they decide to Mimikyu ult me. I think I should have spammed ult faster. Because I'm running Buddy, so even if my ult gets canceled by Mimikyu ult, I'll get it back. I'll get the Buddy barrier off. And I might have even lived the Mimikyu ult, and I can just reset. But them using Mimikyu ult is not the worst. Don't get me wrong. Mimikyu ult to kill me at 205. We have a lot of time to get positioning. They flash on Buzzwole. Trainer cancels it. So that was a really good cancel by Trainer. So let's get a replay on this. So the Buzzwole flash smackdowns. Good combo by Fui to do that. However, he needs to press the button again to take it on Overlord. The issue is Trainer stuns him with Throat Chop, so he can't take it again. Then Trainer insta-ults him because he knows it's a free ult target. He's already low health. The Psyduck Buddy barriers for him. Mimikyu tries to go on the Zoroark, but they get out. And now I am already respawning in 2 seconds. They have not flipped the objective. So what I think they should have done here instead, and to be honest, Team YT, they played well throughout the games, but they did int a lot at Rayquaza in this tournament. What they should have done after killing me is they need to start flipping the Rayquaza. You want to be set up here, hitting the Rayquaza, and then if we walk up through here, that's when they can do like the Flash Buzzwole engage. But fighting like this right now is not ideal at all when you're down so many points. We don't even have to win the team fight is a thing. Like, this team fight, it's not like we won the team fight. They are 4v5, so I'd classify it as a win that it happened this way. But Overlord does hard int here. So let's get a replay on that. So we're all out. Overlord decides to go in 2v5, misses his feint attack. doesn't ult and goes down. Trainer tries to help Overlord, and he ends up dying for it too. And now me and kyriaos are 2v5, so we're in a horrible state now. So Overlord even said this after the game. He should have just insta-ulted. So watch Overlord at the top of the screen here. If he just ulted the Miraidon here, the Miraidon would have died and we would have been fine. They probably can't kill him after the ult, and we would have been perfectly fine. But he greeds, holds onto his ult after he missed his feint attack. Alright, so me and kyriaos are 2v5. If you look at their health bars, they are low. So I honestly think we can win this. The Buzzwole engages onto me. I have to flash out and then I ult. The Mimikyu gets onto kyriaos in the backline and we die. And kyriaos doesn't get his Unite move off either. So, this Earthquake was bad. We should just let them walk into the pit. The comms were different, so it's not entirely my fault because the team was telling me to engage right now. But it's also on me to know, say like, no, I'm not going to engage right now. We should let them walk in. But again, like I identified earlier, their flip is really bad. So we can just let them start hitting the Rayquaza and it will be fine. And then the other big misplay here was, I think right here, no, even before that, kyriaos is already low health, so it's a little unfortunate. But right here, I think kyriaos should just ult right now and just start going ham on them. Like, if he just ult, walks forward, and starts auto-attacking them. I have Buddy Barrier as well, so we'll be pretty tanky together. We'll do a lot of damage. We don't even have to kill anyone. If we get them low health, they won't be able to flip, because the Rayquaza will literally kill them. But we both go down. And now it's up to the Comfy to try to steal. However, Overlord makes the call that he wants to try to break their shields after, since we are up so many points. We have Urshifu, which if you didn't know, Urshifu can stop the shields even after they have Rayquaza. He can still stop their scores. So I'm stunning them all. Unfortunately, Trainer doesn't manage to stop the Mickey. Let's see if he could have. Let's do a play-by-play. He gets stunned. What did he get stunned? He got stunned by the Psyduck that died. That's insane. I didn't see that. So look, he gets knocked back here when his auto was about to go off and his auto gets canceled. The auto would have stopped. So look at the Psyduck. His bar is filling up, so it's about to explode, but he dies before that. Trainer is autoing. Look, he was in auto animation, and do you see this? Do you see this Psyduck circle right here? He gets stopped by it. I didn't see that. That's why they won the game, because the Psyduck knocked him back while he was dead. That's insane. If we stopped that score, we literally would have won the game. So that is a tragedy. I did not see that happened. Holy shit. This is why I love watching back the games. You see stuff that happened that I just thought like, oh, Trainer couldn't auto attack in time to stop the Mimikyu. Unfortunate. But it did look weird in game. I was curious what happened, because I was like, I swear I saw him auto attacking the Mimikyu. Like, did he get stunned or something? But like the Crustle wasn't even stunning. He already used X-Scissor earlier, so I was confused. Now they have Duck ult back. It is really close here. I think if we get the Comfy score, we would have won. So it was so close. We had 3 people standing on pad. Oh, I didn't even see this. So Otter actually trolls here, I think, because he needs to get off faster. He doesn't get off me. He also used an ability so he couldn't score. Because Comfy can score with the person on top of them if they don't score. But I guess you don't want to score here, because if we break the pad, the game's just over. However, we didn't know the point lead, so he could have done that. But right here, he should get off and start trying to score as soon as the Duck ult ends. So I didn't realize that Otter misplayed that too. Because yeah, we would have won, I think, if this score went in. So I'm not entirely sure though. Let me do the math. Oh yeah. 100%. So, yeah, I didn't see that either. Otter trolled that endgame. We still could have won that game. So, extremely close game. Really well played, the Team YT. Really entertaining first game of the stream, actually. And now we will go on to the next game. So, I forgot if I forgot to point this out, but in draft last game, we first picked the Urshifu. And Asia's actually been doing that a lot, but I believe we're only one of the only teams in the West that is doing that. and we also like that in some circumstances. However, Psyduck is up, and Psyduck is really broken. We have two really good Psyduck players on our team. Me and Otter can both play Psyduck really well. So it gives us insane flex options for our drafts. We ultimately decide to go with me, Mamoswine. Again, if it's not broke, don't fix it. They do go a very scary flip comp here, so we do have to be very scared of their flip. It will be very easy for them to flip. They have good secure. And that is why we draft Blaziken. We were actually thinking about Zoro Comfy in draft, but we're looking at their comp and we're like, can the Zoro Comfy kill them before they flip? Probably not. So we'll just go with a secure on Blaziken. So they're scared to flip because we have good secure odds if they flip the Rayquaza. So both of our lanes are pretty strong. I'd say their bot lane is stronger than ours. Though Snorlax and Rhydon, they have good A press. They have really good secure. It's really hard to outplay that bot lane. However, our top lane is way stronger than their top lane. So we get the Serena focus band already at the start of the game. Good slow smoke by Otter. However, Overlord does have to back up here. Otter's going to try to secure. Doesn't get it, unfortunately. Now the mid one spawning. Overlord does get the mid farm. He does have to flash, though, just in case. Really well played by Fui there to get Overlord's flash. And we're fighting bot. We're actually killing them. We do get the focus band. And if you notice in the lane, we have gotten more farm. Kyriaos has higher XP. Now it's charging Miraidon, so that's not very scary, and that's why we're 4-man top. Even if the Miraidon stays bot, gets some scores in, it's not that scary. Electro Drift Miraidon would definitely be a completely different story. But you see pro teams do this a lot where they 4-man top. Otter goes insane there. I believe it starts off with me stunning the Serena. The Serena full heals late, and then yeah, Otter gets that insane Sir combo on Psyduck. He is definitely insane at Psyduck. Really, really good at this Pokemon. And yeah, this is why teams will 4-man top, is to get those stacks in. So attack weight stacks, I feel like casuals don't know how important attack weight stacks are. They give you so much more damage, and that's why you'll see competitive players prioritize these attack weight stacks. I'm going for a little slight invade here, but it is red Urshifu, and he's being covered by the Eldegoss, so there's not much I can do. We do go on that farm. I decide to flash. Was that a flash by Celestial, or did I just get hit by that? Yeah, he does. Celestial does flash to kill me, which I don't think is the best move of all time, but I understand the thought process. Now we'll be outnumbered on mid-Bs. However, Trainer is level 8, so he hits a Shadow Seek on Rhydon, gets a free kill. Now he's fighting the Eldegoss. He's literally fighting them 2v5 with the Psyduck and winning. So this is why teams ban Trainer on Mimikyu. I feel like he's the best Mimikyu in the world, so really well played by him there. And Psyduck is so strong, they're just able to pull off that 2v5. If Trainer had any other support with him, he probably can't do that. But the Psyduck is what enables them to fight 2v5 like that. I believe Trainer did have to burn his full heal though, so he won't have it for this objective. Unfortunately, they are 5-man, so we're 3v5. And I barely don't kill a bear, which is so sad. Otter does miss his surf on the bear, which is sad, but let's replay how Overlord dies here. So I used my Ice Vein. The Serena dashes in. They both get kicked back. We insta-kill the Snorlax. Now, Overlord is charging Blaze Kick. We have a Psychic on top of them. And Otter actually stuns the Serena, so the Serena might have walked into Overlord's Blaze Kick. And Overlord gets insta-popped there, which is insane. They do so much damage. Because look, he's full health here. He's full health in Overheat. And then, oh, he gets bear punched, I see. But I think what should have been played differently here was right here when Overlord's charging Overheat, he should just charge it the entire time. Charge it a couple, like a second or two more. And because it gives damage reduction and unstoppable. And that would allow him to get his move swap back in time. That would allow Otter's Psychic. He can pull the Serena into the overheat, and the Serena would get one shot. But yeah, just very small mechanical misplays. And again, Otter misses the surf here, and the Urshi doesn't die. I try to greed for the kill, which is definitely an int as well. So all three of us inted a bit there, which is unfortunate. But it is a 3v5, so that is why we were forced to play it perfectly. Trainer gets a pick here on Serena, does ult the Serena, and the bear does punch early. I believe he thought Miraidon was going to do more damage, but Miraidon did all the damage they could, and that is a huge secure for us. That is going to completely, like, before it was a pretty decently close game after they got those kills on Overlord and me, but now it is going to completely blow out the game. Trader does cancel his score there, which is kind of an int, but we get a pick on the Eldegoss, which is really good as well. Now Overlord's just going to collect all the farm bot. He's going to be like level 11 soon. There's so much farm bot. Team YT is just trying to prioritize getting their Unite moves, maybe contesting this objective up here. They do have Bear Unite to maybe go for it. However, he decides not to. I can imagine the comms there. They're like, no, it's gone. Don't go, don't go. Trainer gets a really good tag here on the Miraidon. I flash in on the bear after he uses punch. Bear ults me. Otter buddy bears me, so I live. And again, I'm 1 HP. Overlord tries to continue this push here, but he is 1v3, so it is a little hard. Now the bear is back, and I earthquake in and die. So let me explain this. So the team was calling like, hey, like we can't push anymore. Let's leave. And I'm like, no, I think we can push it. So I earthquake in, but Overlord's already kited out, and then I insta die. And then because I did that, Otter stayed with me, and he dies as well. So that was an int on my part. Thankfully, it does not matter much because we are the support and tank. But hey, that's why I'm the tank player, so I can make ints like that and not get punished for it. Of course, on a different timer, it is really bad to die, but timers like these are not bad at all. As you can see, they can get nothing on the map, even off those deaths. Would it be better to live there? Yes, it definitely would be, but it's not the end of the world. Now, I am very unkillable on pad, so that's why you see us do the setup, because we are very confident in our team fight, even without me there. However, I do see the Urshi, so I decided to match him and go down, because all we really want is to make sure the red Urshifu does not get attack stacks, because he scales really well with attack stacks. The fight breaks out. I do try to save Trainer, which I do with my buddy barrier. I flash on 3 in the back line. Unfortunately, this the Reggie Rock always fucks me. I swear. This second Reggie Rock has killed me so many times. I don't think in tournament, but in scrims, it's insane how unlucky I get with this Reggie Rock. But let's break down this fight here. So, Trainer Shadow Sneaks on the Snorlax, almost insta-kills him, but he manages to get his ult off, and then Overlord kills him anyway. So, that is not the best, because the Snorlax is going to get ult back, as you see there. Is he going to get ult back? Actually, I'm not sure. I don't know if this is just an indicator that's still there because it has the second part. We'll see. But Trainer hits another Shadow Sneak on Serena. I Earthquake on the LD, get the pickup, and I stun them into the Serena. Trainer Mimikyu ults the Serena, which I don't think he realized Serena was about to get stunned by me tossing the Eldegoss back, so a little unfortunate there. The Miraidon ult break the shield on Mimikyu, and when you break the shield on Mimikyu, it cancels the ult. And now me and Trainer are in the middle of Miraidon and LD ult, but I do have buddy barrier, so I pop my buddy here, give it to Trainer so he can get out. And I'm just creating space here. Even if I die, it's fine. I've done my job in the team fight. I stunned them. I tanked on the front line, and I saved my carry. Trainer does get out, thankfully. Now, I still have flash here, so the last part of Mamo ult, you can flash on top of them. I flash on top of 3 of them, knock them up, and look at the Regirock. So the Regirock just decides to aim here, which is so sad. because I decided to go for the Serena, and I did this before the Regirock indicator like showed, and I died because the Regirock hits me. Because if the Regirock didn't hit me, after Ice Fang they're stunned, right? So I would have Earthquaked immediately, and I probably would have killed the Serena. Look, if I Earthquake auto attack, she'll be perma-stunned. I will kill her. But my Earthquake goes out late because the Regirock stuns me, so I'm so tilted about that. There was one time, I just want to explain what happened in scrims because I'm still tilted about this. They dragged the Regirock up here, right? The Regirock was right here. There were people in this bush. So on Mamoswine, I ran into this bush with my ability. I think I had Tackle at the time. This was the first Regi. And the Regirock spawned 2 rocks here. And the rocks that fall down do a lot of damage. So I literally went from full health to getting 1 shot for tackling in that bush. And the rock indicators were invisible because the Regirock was up here and it targeted them in the bush beforehand. So the rocks literally fell as I tackled in. And I've never died in that way before. I'm still so tilted. But after that, if the Regirock's ever up here, I'm never going into this bush again. There's too much trauma. I'm just never tried it again. Yeah, and the Snorlax did actually have his ult back. We killed him too fast. So that's unfortunate. He will have his ult back, and because of that, we cannot push. We had a feeling he had ult back, so we don't try to push here. We just go for top instead. I will out-secure this Snorlax on everything if they leave me solo versus him. Just because Ice Fang does so much damage, and I can pull the farm back. So far, Team YT has only scored 1 point in this game. We do pop Duck Ult to kill the Urshifu. We have Overlord and Trainer trying to push top. They do commit a Serena ult to try to kill Overlord. We commit our Mimikyu ult. They do manage to kill the Regi. Overlord's in trouble. Might die. And he does manage to get out. So, also, we did not farm his ult back after using a late ult. So, he's going to have a slightly late ult. And while they were fighting that top, we do manage to break the bot path. Because we are like 3v2, I believe. Let me go back and look what happened bot, yeah. So we killed Urshi. Yeah, we're 3v1 bot, so we easily managed to break the bot pad. We go and contest the toppies. Now, we did use a slightly late Duck Ult, so Otter does need to go and farm at some point, or he will have it slightly late. But yeah, Team YT is just farming, so we'll fast forward to Rayquaza here. So here again, they try to pick me at Rayquaza. Very common play to try to pick off the tank. I do have Earthquake to easily get out though. It literally, Earthquake will buffer every ability. That's why you will see pro players play Mamoswine all the time. Because it is so broken. It buffers every ability. They just walk. The Surf knocks the Serena back in overheat, which is huge. But Akilo also walked into the overheat. So he got hit by a max overheat. 6 attack weight stacks, and that really hurt. That literally did like 60% of their health with one ability. Otter is holding top. The Urshi does a good throat chop, but really good psychic reaction from Otter. These thunders are annoying, but this is why I'm running Assault Vest Mamoswine. Because even though they have 2 melees, the thing I'm most worried about is getting chunked to low health. So Assault Vest actually allows me to fight the melees better. Okay, here they engage on Overlord with the Urshifu. He does manage to flash out. I Buddy Berry him with my Memo ult, and we peel. The Urshi does manage to go on Kyriaos and kill him, and I try to help Kyriaos and he dies. So, oh yeah, it was the Serena ult. So, this fight here was really good for us. Overlord lived. They used a ton of ults. They used Urshi ult, they used Snorlax ult. Blaziken doesn't have ult, but I committed my ult to Buddy, but that's a really good trade. 2-for-1 ults, essentially. And now, Kyriaos did waste his side strike. So what he needed to do is he needed to save side strike here. So he uses side strike here, but they have Serena Urshield. So side strike gives you unstoppable. Serena would not be able to ult him if he has side strike. He does stay around and auto attack, and the Serena manages to get on him here. Now, I should just leave him. After he gets hit by Serena ult, he's dead. But I try to pocket him a little more and save him, and I end up dying because of that. But I should just left after he gets Serena ulted. That's sometimes you just need to recognize, hey, my teammate inted, I should just let them die. And this fight was insane. I just want you guys to watch Otter. So, they were already slightly low health, and he pops his duck ult here to get them even lower health. A duck ult hitting 4 people gets the Serena right onto 1 HP. And look at Otter here. He kills the LD solo. He kills the Serena solo. And then he kills the Maridon. 1v3. 1v3. I think we had 100% win rate with Psyduck in this tournament. So, Psyduck is fucking insane, but Otter is also an insane player on the Psyduck. And now we are tied up 1-1. Team IT only scored 1 point. And I'd say we had the momentum going into the third game. So let's hop into it. So now we got first pick the first 2 games because we were the higher seed the first game. And then we lost, so we get to choose side again. But now that they lost, they will choose second pick. And they decide not to take the Psyduck, which I think is interesting here. I think they should have taken the Psyduck. And so we decide to go with an all-rounder attacker. Just because they have Blissey, they have Scyther, so Intel wouldn't be that good. Maridon would not do enough damage either through the Blissey soft-boiled as Charge V. If you go Electro Drift here, they do have Buzzwole to pick you up out of your Electro Drifts. So it's not the best game for attackers. Oops, a little spoilers there. Did not mean to skip that far forward. So we are on the right side now. I am leashing the Urshifu just because Urshifu has a notoriously bad first minute. So just in case they invade. Kyriaos does get his score off and he's trying to get out. I have stuns here to try to help him, and he does manage to get out. They do get our farm on our side, but getting the stack is definitely worth all of these trades. We do get the flash and focus band from the Mamoswine. The Scyther does come up after his clear and kill Overlord. Our Urshi is finally top. And he almost dies here. He does get the farm though. Trying to stop their scores. Really well played by Trainer stopping that Scyther score. He smurfed that. Hits a punch on both of them for scoring. And holy shit, that was a masterclass by Trainer. Really well played. The Mamoswine does go top. But it is too little too late. They're all dead. Our Urshi is already level 6 at 840. And the Mamo will get out potentially. Oh, yeah, he does. Decides to go for the back in that bush. And since the Mamo wasn't bought, we're getting a ton of stacks and farm on Kyriaos for free. And now, mid-Bs are spawning in 10 seconds, so that will be the next big objective that teams play for. The actual experience that mid-Bs give is not that much, but if you get a kill here, the swing of the game will be insane. So, they do 5-man mids. I am on the Psyduck this game, and I unfortunately go down. Overlord tries to fight it, almost works out, but doesn't. And now Trainer's dead too. I'm here to cover pad, however, and they're low health. Overlord's coming back soon. Unfortunately, I'm not level 6, or I could play this a lot better, and I insta-die. So we just decide to go for bot here. They don't get the biggest over, so again, the swing of the game can be insane. So here they got the kill on me. And the biggest int here was kyriaos should have just gone mid. He wanted his 30 cap to get level 7. But they 5-man mid here. So we really should just match. And we had the info beforehand to know they were going to 5-man. We do get the 30 cap top and the 30 cap bot. So it's not the end of the world. Like, we're not super behind because we do get a ton of points in exchange. So anyways, back to where we were. We're just going to 5-man here. This is really the standard play you should do. It's not complicated. Whenever you're behind in a game, you should just 5-man. Like, just 5-man death ball. Objectives are usually a great start for that. It's really not complicated macro at all when you're behind. The most complicated macro is when you are even in the game. Yeah, knowing when to 5-man is also a challenge that a lot of people don't know. But again, if you just 5-man the bottom or top objective, you really can't go wrong with that. So Scyther does go on me trying to kill me, but I get a free chunk on him because of that. They do insta Scyther out. Overlord goes down. Unfortunately, our Comfield didn't go out in time. If Otter Comfield in time, Overlord would have lived. But he actually kills one in his death with Zoroark ult. So they're no longer able to push. Those kind of trades are really good for us when we're behind. Because they were higher level in XP than our Zoroark, so getting that kill was huge. We don't mind trades like that when behind. Also, with the game state, with our top broken, we will be getting way more XP. Not way more XP, but we will be getting more experience than them as the game goes on. So trades like that are just really good for us. Trainer blocks the Buzzle combo, which is actually huge. Ults the Buzzle. Scyther needs to try to get out, but our AG comes in. And now we're looking to push top a little. Just a bit of pressure. But Overlord does get his cap spot. However, we get our cap top too, so huge. That team fight paid dividends. And honestly, it's not the team fights that get you huge leads in the game per se. It's what you can do off of them. So off of that team fight where we killed like 2 to 3 people, we managed to score like 160 points or something. So that's what you need to look for. Now the second bottom objective is up. If you look at the ult economy, that's what you should be looking at these objectives. We are down 2 ults. So we will flip it because we just don't want to fight here. The only reason we show up to this is we think we can flip it in time. However, this is so unlucky. Look at this Sakura. Kyriaos literally is ulting as soon as the Scyther touches it. As soon as the Scyther touches it, he ulted. No, even before that. I think he started ulting before the Scyther hit it. Yup, before the Scyther even touched the Reggie, Kyriaos was already ulting on Aegislash. And the Scyther still gets it, so that's just unlucky. Scyther does have an insanely good secure. But yeah, AG is not the best in those secures because you want to set up your Sacred Sword, which reduces their defense. Now we do try to defend the pad, and holy shit, Trainer and Overlord fucking smurf here. Overlord picks up a berry, then goes back in with his combo. Good ult. Trainer is 1 HP, hits 3 with his punch. Holy fuck. And now I am back in time to defend. Easily kill the Mewtwo. Kill the Mewtwo first because he's full health and he can get out. Then we'll go for the Buzzle. Stun the Buzzle. Free kill for Kyriaos. So, again, we weren't the most ahead early game, so this is not bad at all for us. We're at a really good spot now. We have good stacks on everyone. Our levels are insane as well. Level 13 Zoroark at 4 minutes. And now we can use this Regieleki to either push, but the push will be a bit hard. Or we can use it to try to get more experience from their side of the map. So We do try to go for the push. They do sight their Blissey ult, so I go down, but they end up letting the Reggie in. So just no one held it. Oh, I actually didn't see this. So Trainer actually smurfed. Because the Buzzwole tries to help the Mewtwo instead of holding the Reggie. So if we should have held the Reggie instead of trying to help the Mewtwo. And Trainer kills the Mewtwo. Holy shit. Trainer really smurfed this fight. Unfortunately, he's not able to score. He doesn't get his punch back in time. Overlord going for the score. The Mamoswine does flash. Almost gets some kills here. Oh, he does get a kill. Oh my god. Holy fuck. Really well played by Overlord and Trainer, that whole sequence. So just nothing else to say except they got outplayed. And those are the kind of plays you can go for when you are this ahead in a game. I don't like fully see these fights too, so like that I didn't see what Urshi did in that fight because I'm just focusing on my part of the fight. I didn't see the full extent of what Overlord did. I only caught like the last half of it when I was panning my camera in games. So we get a cheeky 24 cap in, which is insane that they let that cap in because our Zoroark needed Unite move. And it's another attack weight stack, so that's a really bad 24 cap to let in. Honestly, they have like not that bad of odds if they don't. Let me do this before the fight breaks out. Our Zoroark ulted at like 3 minutes, so if they don't let this 24 cap in, he's gonna have Unite move late, and he won't have this extra attack weight stack. So, them letting this 24 in is like game changing because if they fight at like 210 before Rayquaza spawns, they will have decent odds because our Zoroark doesn't have ult, might not even have full heal. No, he'll have full heal, but it depends on when they fight. But letting caps like that, those are the caps that are like really brutal to let in. It also puts us above a 200 point lead, which we don't know in game, but like that cap letting it in easily avoidable, and it makes the game 10 times harder. Those are the kind of small mistakes. So, kyriaos does get engaged on here, which he definitely hard misplayed that to get stunned there. However, he does get out. But because we lost a lot of positioning, we do chunk the Mamoswine, the Scyther, and Blissey ult on top of me, so I duck ult, and the Buzzwole gets a huge pick on our Urshifu. So now we have to play the fight 4v5. The Buzzwole ults me and kills me before it. If I can get my headache gauge off here, we just hard win this fight, I think. But he actually kills me before my headache gauge goes off, which is really sad. Overlord's in the backline, so let's watch Overlord here. He gets knocked up by Ray, which is also really unfortunate as well. So some unfortunate things happen in this team fight. He does get out though. Huge that he lives there. We kill him, Mamoswine. The Buzzwole does find a really good combo on him, and he has to get out. The Blissey gets safeguarded in time to save the Aegis Slash, and that was an insane fight. They are both 1 HP on the Blissey and Buzzwole. kyriaos tries to go in, but the Blissey gets safeguard here. The Blissey would have died if he didn't have safeguard on him, but he gets it back just in time when kyriaos tries to go in. And then kyriaos gets knocked up by this Raid Tornado, which was invisible to him, by the way, because it's in the bush, so he has no clue that's there. So really unfortunate things happen in this team fight. Very unfortunate. Trainer just ults the Buzzwole, and we secure the Rayquaza. Basically, kyriaos going in, even though he died, was really good because our Urshifu's respawning. He just needs to stop them from hitting the Rayquaza until our Urshifu makes it in time. And he does make it in time. Trainer flashes in just to make sure he makes it in time. Stuns the Buzzwole. They're only secure. Buzzwole was their only secure. So really well played by Trainer to do that. And we secure. So, insane series versus Team YT. The Ray fight, trust me, there's nothing productive happening here. It's just damage farming. None of these plays after we get the Ray matters. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll do the damage numbers here before I end the video. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you in the next one. I might skip winners finals and just do grand finals. But if you'd really like to see winners finals, let me know in the comments. If I see enough people that want it, then I will do a video on it. catch you guys in the next video.